Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kill10 Rats, welcome back to Sunless Sea. We need to make some money, so we are probably gonna want to put in our various port reports. We haven't been to anywhere entirely new, I don't think, have we? No. Not really. Well, let's see how we're gonna do for money here. Not a whole hell of a lot. Okay. What else can we turn into money? We have 15 of these. We have a lamentable relic, a searing enigma. And a dread surmise. Oh right, no, we don't really want to do that because then they will no longer be available. I've got 16 fuel and 8 supplies. And not a lot of money. We can turn the Syrian Enigma into emergency cash, I suppose, but I think I want to hold on to that for the moment. I think it's time to get rid of the delightful adventurous. Yeah. Why do we have a casket of sapphires? I'm pretty sure I sold that last time. Did we get 2? We did, apparently. Well, that makes things a little bit better. Actually, let's have a quick chat with one of our officers. He soft-voiced, courteous, rarely makes eye contact, but often stares at other people's eyes from afar. We can ask about his medical career. I think so. He looks up from a wounded sailor. No, I mustn't. No, I have no stories. I would wish. You would wish to hear? He sniffs. Unless... Would that be the trout? A dour companion. The doctor pushes more food around his plate than he puts into his mouth, and what he eats, he chews until all taste has been squeezed out. Between bites, he sips only water, evading all questions where opinion is sought. It is only when a subject turns to his trade that something flickers inside him. Old memories of pain and pride. I fear it was my training that let me see the world for what it was. Its corpus infested with malignancies, with human faces. How could I dare face Hippocrates in the hereafter if I just stood by and did nothing? Nothing! His eyes meet yours for the first time. Fierce, damned. If 2 drops of medicine can cure the body, could 2 drops of poison cure the world? For a moment it actually seemed that easy. The fire fades, he pushes back his chair. Pardon me, sir. I fear I've had my fill for today. You now have one intriguing snippet. I see. Okay. Well, I don't really want to have him go through all my supplies, so I figure we'll leave it here for the moment and plot out a course, maybe. Okay, so what do we have? We could go to Wither and get the Nacreous Outcast back to the salt lines, or we could get the delightful adventurous to the Empire of Hands. We could try for the Mangrove College as well and see if see if we can find Aestival. Why not? Mangrove College and Empire of Hand aren't that far from each other. Yeah. Actually, I'm afraid I will have to, even though it's probably the worst possible use for it to... Oh, we can get a strange catch to them as well. 10 echo. It pays so bad. I'll have to get rid of this. Even though it's terrible use for it, but 1000 echo is something I definitely need at the moment. Because I kind of want to make a bit of a more substantial progress and not be forced to head back like right away again. Okay, that's a little more reassuring. So let's head on out. We'll go to grab a few port reports on the way, I suppose. And then just straight up go east. East and more east. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Oops, the brisk campaigner collapses. One moment she's lecturing an apologetic sailor on personal hygiene, the next she's stretched full length on the deck. By the time you reach her, she's regaining consciousness. You've kept things from me, you are ill, I want you off this ship. There's danger when she dies. What kind of doctor is she to expose her patient and companions to that risk? Nope. You were indisposed, I wonder. Ask her if she's been to the Elder Continent. Hint at what might be wrong. You have your suspicions. With a secret. Let's spend a secret. Yes, it's called animescence. In the Elder Continent, there is a flame that burns souls. My soul caught a light. It only smolders. Souls burn long and slow, but before it's consumed, it will sizzle my brain and bake my heart. No, it's not dangerous to anyone else until I die. You should give my body to the sea when that happens. Yes, there is a little danger. I apologize deeply. I should have told you. I have been selfish, but you might have refused my service, and I hope still there are things out there on the sea that will save me. What do you need? Her circumstances are desperate. Her deception is easily forgiven. Indeed. Wary hope. If I swear to you that no matter what happens next, I will keep no other secrets from you. She pauses to think. No secrets of my own. I am a doctor yet. You have my deepest thanks, my very deepest. May we adjourn to your cabin to discuss matter in private? We may. Okay. What the hell? Sit down there. I'll be with you in a moment, Captain. Increase your hearts. A cure for animescence. I have an idea, but I'm going to need flesh from chillier kingdoms, solace fruit from the melting isles where the mangrove college lies, and yes, more mutasalt. I regret that it's not cheap. So we need a lot of stuff to essentially cure her. That's interesting to know. Yeah. Why not? I still haven't figured out where to get mutasalt though. That seems to be something that comes up like every other place we go. And somehow I've never really seen it anywhere. Where are we at? We're on the way to the salt lines. It's kind of funny, whenever the visuals get a little choppy, the music's about to start. Not sure what's going on there in the back end. I've actually seen some screenshots from the very early concept of this game where the visuals were, let's just say, a lot more simplistic. I'm really impressed what they've done with the game. Such a good art style. Really, 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 really good. So atmospheric, the entire thing. Okay, let's pull in here and get a port report. No. No. Yes, okay. We don't have Salt's attention yet, but we will do that eventually as well. So much to do. I'm actually kind of wondering how we can get a little more focus to the playthrough, since it is a bit... I don't know, like... I never expected it to go this far with the first captain, which is why I never really made a proper push for the actual life goal of the captain, which seems to be to compile a sea story or like a novel type thing, if I remember that correctly. And maybe that's something we should actually be focusing on, and maybe we should actually get him a house as well, like to I don't know, to be able to eventually just have him settle down. I don't think I can or even want to do everything in the game on the very first captain. I think I would consider it quite an achievement to finish the first playthrough or let's play of this game, just by having the first captain survive to the point where he can actually retire without having to do everything, because there's so much replay value in this game and there's so much to do and redo that I'm just not sure that you're not eventually gonna end up I guess losing complete focus of the game progression, I guess, like, because you just end up running the same couple of routes every now and again. Okay, we have read that before. We've lost a bit of terror after TU at the factor. We're not gonna gather supplies. I'm never going to learn that it's not a double tap of a key. I don't know why I'm doing this all the time. In any case, so yeah, well, I guess I should look into how we can get Rutherford's how we can get his life mission sort of completed. Like, how can we put him in a position where he can actually write that story of his that he wants to write, you know? Because I don't know if we have to gather a certain amount of like memories of distant shores and Z stories and all that good stuff, which is sort of why I'm not getting rid of those. I hope it's not tied to the Searing Enigmas, because I don't know, I just felt we were in a bit of a dire straits there, so I had to sort of let go of it. I know they're ostensibly rare, at least we haven't run into them that much, but 1,000 echo is 1,000 echo, you know. I just, it'll make it possible to actually do a little more exploring than we would otherwise have been able to manage, and setting out with like 200 echo onto a bigger journey also seems like a terrible idea. I'd much rather figure out what to do with the explorer lady there, and maybe that'll be profitable in the Empire of Hands. Maybe we'll finally figure out what the hell is up with that Zeppelin. What do we have here? Is it the other is that the other shroom again, or no? Not quite yet. Huh. Gigantic plants. I hope we can pass through here. I have a feeling we can. There seems to be nothing within range. Okay, let's check in at the Utter Shroom, because that will get us a port report as well. And probably quite a worthwhile one. I wonder if we can do that port report, that extensive port report from the Empire of Hands again. Somehow doubt that's repeatable, but if it were the case, we could make a little bit of money back on our trip. We can now also afford placing the agent into Port Carnelian, of course. Are we quite there yet? We're almost there, okay. Which isn't that far off either. I mean, depending on how you look at it, of course. Essentially, everything is sort of within reach if you find somewhere to resupply. But let's see, one thing after the other. I'll just pop in here quickly. And gather intelligence. We have the port report. We're gonna visit the village? Sure, why not? We gained a memory of distant shores. Okay, that we already saw. They're not selling anything, so we'll be on our merry way. Hang on, we need to go south, don't we? To the Mangrove College. Whoops. Throated Wobbler Mangrove. But it's spelled luxury yacht, I think. Or so Monty Python would have you believe. Okay. Still sort of holding out hope that the Z-bet will eventually go like Estival is to the southeast or southwest or whatever. Because it's getting a little tricksy finding it. Melting Isle is a long way to the south. Is it now? I'm pretty sure I clicked that. Okay. Melting Isles is near Mangrove College. That probably means it's not a port. Probably just a landmark. Okay, so far. Oh, that music is nice. Let's get to the college and do our business. Strategic information was what we came for, I do believe. There's the Melting Isles. Are you a port? Oh, you actually seem to... No, that's the college, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, yeah. That's just the tip of the island. But we gained some fragments, so that's nice. Hello there, Mangrove College. Pick up a passenger. The Mangrove College is named for its scholars and philosophers. They have long abandoned civilized comforts for the life of the mind. Sometimes they want those civilized comforts back. Okay, we can pick up somebody. Eat, drink, and be merry. Gather supplies. Oh, actually, into the Wispways we can use a foxfire candle here. And one supply. Yeah, we're okay for supplies, I do believe. Unpick the mysteries of other lands. Unlocked with memories of distant shores. Oh, we can convert these into secrets. And we can convert sea stories into... I don't know. Meet your contact, there we are. An enigmatic gentleman lives a comfortable life in the largest hut. He won't see you without an appointment, but the Admiralty has arranged that appointment. An island of civilization. Once inside the hut, you might imagine yourself back in London. Bright candlelight, thick carpets, a little spotted with damp, even wallpaper, similarly spotted. Two philosophers wait on you both, a little sulkily. The enigmatic gentleman will say nothing until you've both eaten dinner. A fine if eclectic meal. Cavan trout, swamp fruits, spices from Adam's Way and Wither, served on Delft ware at a lacquered mink table. When you're done, he gives you a carefully itemized list of ship sightings, some excellent port, and a little something to take away. Remember me to the Admiral, he says fondly. Your hunger quality is gone? You now have one muter salt and one strategic information. We have a muter salt. I am pleased. That is rather nice. Let's compile a port report. Sages, scholars, philosophers, naturalists, poets, dreamers, here to pursue their rarefied ideal in a land of muddy fecundity. We've already read that, I think. We also gained the supplies back. Okay, let's use our candle. into the Wispways. The swamps around the village are full of mud, crocodiles, and vegetable treasures, including the notorious parasite called solace fruit. The fogs and spreading branches occlude all light. Take plenty of candles if you... Plenty. We have one. Plenty doesn't sound so good, but let's give it a try while we're here. Raise your lanterns high. You can leave at any time, but if you get in far enough, you'll generally find something interesting. Black and stinking mud. You have moved to a new area. You've lost one foxfire candles. Uh-oh. Narrow waterways and quaggy paths, marsh lights and mud. Now and then parasynthetic mosses like shaggy curtains. Now and then a questing tentacle. Each event will take you further into the swamp. Go deep enough and you'll find something interesting. A thrashing reptile rears from the swamp twice, a head at each end. I don't want to take another wound. I will bug out here because it's too risky. I don't want to die here. We'll eat, drink and be merry, I do believe. Because we lost 10 terror that way. Tart morels and moral tart. The salty tang of seaweed stew. A crawling berry at the locals assure you is a motile plant, not an insect. Eat your fill and drink contemplatively. Okay, anything else we want to do here? Pick up a passenger. A shady sword. The Corsair's Forest, please. Gator's Morn. No, I'm not in a hurry, but I think I might stay below decks. I don't carry the fee on me. You'll have to trust me for it when we arrive. Thank you, a pleasure. Okay, so we need to drop that one off at Gator's Morn. That's fine. Where are we now? Okay, I kind of want to check for Aestival around this area here. And then head up to the Empire of Hands. I think that's how we're gonna play it. Need to keep watch on the fuel situation a little bit. But I guess we can always make it to somewhere we can resupply. Empire of Hands to Khan's Shadow, for instance, now that we have a little bit of pocket change, but we'll see. I just hope we can finally find Aestival, because that is quite elusive. Lipianen Point, okay. I think we've been past there. Sounds familiar. Oh, we have something awaiting us in port again. Okay, there is something there. Aestival is a long way to the east. Yay! We have located it. And now we enter the calumnies. There's a wild and glorious scent in the air, a kind of light. Why do sailors fear this place? They do, eh? Glad I lost that terror then. Okay. Is this it? Oh wow, is this... What the hell? What the hell is this light? Oh dear. We're in the sun. What the hell? Sun! A great beam of sunlight bathes the island. Squint into the dazzle. Far above there is a hole in the roof. In that light you see beaches of white gold sand, trees heavy with bright fruit, the reds and blues and greens of the surface. Seek the Iron and Misery Company prototype component. The Cannoneer points there, the black rocks on the south side of the island where nothing grows. We'll need labor and supplies to dig it out. This will consume the supplies but not the crew. Ooh, god. We'll have to do it. We'll need to resupply then. Aestival's secret. Days of backbreaking labor unearth a cache of old bones, curios, and a meteorite. A broken armature of steel and copper sheathes its sides. The sailors fall back before it as the glyphs on its side crawl with fire. This is it, the cannoneer cries. This must be what broke the roof. It's very frightening. A seal of the red science. I never thought I'd see such a thing, but it's sleeping. We'll need a judgment's egg, and my friends in the Iron Republic. We might be able to find an egg in Irem. The crew shrink back a little. Oh, such larks, such larks. Take the seal and the judgment egg to the Iron Republic, south of London. You've gained 1 memory of distant shores, a secret, 2 lamentable relic, 1 outlandish artifact. Okay, we gained 5 terrors and lost supplies. Gather supplies. Go beachcombing, compile a port report. Write fast, the light scars. A burning after image, your eyes water, the pages blur. The report is one of joy-filled complaint. Aestival has a beauty too bright to be appreciated, but perhaps the Admiralty can find something of use. Okay, so we can gather supplies here, eh? Let's do that. What the hell? You fill your stores with breadfruit, sugarcane, coconuts, soft-shell crabs, and plump birds too stupid to know a hungry sailor from a tree. But on the way back to the ship, one of your crew topples over with a groan. She's smiling blissfully. Go on, Captain, she says. I've missed the sun. Her eyes close. Sunlight is perilous for those who've lived underneath too long. You've lost 1 crew, you've gained 8 supplies. That's a trade I'm willing to make. Investigate the ruins. There was some sort of installation here and what looks like a handsome country house. Who was here and what happened to them? Red bird singing. A garden overgrown with berry bushes. A wooden trestle table set for a meal. Chairs strewn with bones. A half-dozen skeletons. A red-breasted bird perches on a grinning cranium. It cocks an eye at you and bursts into song. A liquid thrilling sound. It seems unperturbed as you approach to poke through the bones. No signs of violence, no fire, no bullets, no bites. These people died peacefully, sitting down to breakfast as the surface sunlight spilled over them. Sunlight can kill at any time. The longer you remain here, the more danger you're in. So why did they stay? Perhaps they stayed because Aestival is as beautiful as anywhere underneath and 10 times as generous. It's a fine place for a colony. You could found your own pocket kingdom if you could do something about the sun. But what? What has power over sunlight? What makes the impossible possible? To found a colony, bring something to Aestival that can protect against sunlight. Curious. Huh. That's pretty cool. Again, 8 supplies. It's like 160 worth of echoes that we saved here. I like this place. I think I'm gonna do a little more crew sacrificing whenever I'm in the area. How's our terror? 55. I'm okay with this. Okay, super interesting place though. A place of real sunlight. Okay, so I guess if we bring a mirror catch box here, we can actually... Uh-oh. If we bring a mirror catch box here, we can actually make a mirror catch box full of sunlight, maybe? That would be pretty sweet. Empire of Hands, Chalinet. Yeah, Empire of Hands. Khan's Shadow. Or somewhere else we can get fuel. Irem. Maybe Wither. Yeah. I kind of want to pick up what we need for the Cannoneer in Irem on this trip, so we don't have to make a run back all the way across the map just to get him sorted out with what he needs for the Iron Republic. Pretty cool. Didn't expect that at all. Like, we got a lot of goodies out of that. These companion quests or officer quests are really quite profitable. I think we've also got a lot of stuff already just from looking for her mother. The delightful adventuress leans over the rail of the ship, sniffing the humid air with evident distaste. What a filthy, damp little place. Oh well, we shall endure. At the sight of a mayor hobbling up, she straightens. A thin, insincere smile spread across her face. Ah, you there, my good primitive, she calls, striding down the ramp and clasping his arm tight. Now then, I come in search of your first Emperor's vault, and for that I shall be needing a few things. Some of your finest workers and tools and some food, do you understand me? She shakes her head, barely waiting for a response. F-O-O-D, she repeats. Comprenas? Oh dear, I see we shall be here for a while. Listen, I hear you fellows rather like souls. Shall we discuss that like higher primates? Payment for the journey. Barnabas stays to settle up, while his mistress negotiates the value of her soul with the mayor. Oh my god. A man with no face. Barnabas removes his mask with what looks to be a silent moment of great relief. Underneath is nothing, just a flat surface where his face should have been. Ah, an unfinished clayman, one of those flawed products of polythreme that follow their own rules. If only you'd known that before he boarded. Of course, that's why the adventurers never mentioned it. He silently presents you with your agreed fee, dips his head in a polite bow, and lumbers back to his mistress. It appears she has struck a deal with the mayor. 200 echo. I like it. We don't have her anymore, and our monkey business quality is now 20. Okay. Surely... no. An audience with the civilized mayor. Talk business? Why yes, of course we shall, but after a cup of tea one must do these things correctly. What happened to him? Now that the Admiralty has been brought up to date, this will be far quicker, unfortunately also less profitable. Ow! You write down your latest discoveries and seal them, ready for delivery on return to fallen London. Well, let's go to the mayor then. A polite welcome. Darling, do come in, the civilized mayor purrs. Whatever can I do for you? The soul of the delightful adventuress sits comfortably in him, a four-souled ape of cold ambition and very few scruples. We can sell our soul again, we can acquire fresh supplies. I don't think we need those. Emergency fuel is way too expensive. So, bye for now, my friend. Zeppelin is still blocked off. Can we do anything in the other places? A gift worthy of the Emperor? No. The cannibals always have a seat at the table, and the lost treasure hunter has much to trade. Ancient tombs and buried treasure await on this island. Let's go back here. Treasure hunt? Unlocked with an ancientish treasure map. Visit the delightful adventurous camp. With a small army of monkeys bought with her soul, she excavates the vault of the first emperor. The foliage is thick and unforgiving. The delightful adventuress, helped by her faceless clayman bodyguard Barnabas and a small group of worker monkeys hired for the price of her soul, works to excavate the vault of the first emperor. A gift for the monkey emperor. The delightful adventuress has already uncovered and put aside many treasures. A small statue amongst them looks particularly interesting. Hey. Nobody's watching, at least you don't think so. It's hard to tell with Barnabas's blank face giving nothing away. Can he see? He seems to be able to somehow. In any event, he makes no move to raise an alarm as you take the small trinket. We have a gift for the emperor. Let's have a word with her. She prepares to make her run on the vault. A flustered circus mistress. Oh, it's you, of course. Help me with these blasted maps, would you? The monkeys are quite clueless. She shakes her head. They claim our souls uplift them, but if you ask me, it's just a case of monkey see, monkey do. Can you believe they think that Zeppelin of theirs will let them create a new empire? Wait, you there. Take that out of your mouth this very second. To the vault of the first emperor. Its stone entrance dominates a small clearing. A not so ancient edifice. It may look centuries old, but its entryway is relatively new. The monkeys can never leave alone, always adding bits on as their whims demand. Okay, outside the vault. This tribute to the Empire's first and greatest has been constructed over generations by monkeys working with stolen ideas of what ancient tombs should be. The delightful adventuress flits back and forth between her base camp and the vault entrance. To rush, darling, is to court tragedy. The delightful adventuress pays barely any attention to you as she prepares. She's not yet ready to open the vault. You should return later when she has had a chance to organize her monkey workers. This may take a while. A treasure hunt? Okay, no. We'll return to the boat. And we'll go to Sovereign Island with the gift worthy of an emperor. We row, and gain access to the court. The gates are guarded by 2 armored monkeys that would look adorable if not for the blood on their bayonets. Humans are not welcome without an invitation or a worthy gift for the Emperor. We have one. The wild-wheeled court. The stench and heat as the gates open are a sucker punch to your senses. Inside, the stagnant air of the windowless wood palace hangs with sweat and tastes of hair. Everything is filthy and every surface used, the apes as likely to swing across the roof as walk the floors. In priced oases of relative calm, the high-souled conduct themselves with the poise of highborn lords and ladies. Around them, their barely uplifted lessers scamper around exhausted, taking orders and cruelties from all who care to dispense them. In the middle are countless more, a sea of apes, longing for advancement and fighting for what they have with tooth, claw, and low cunning. We have progressed something. Aha, Emperor Crispin IV holds court in the heart of his palace. None may speak without permission, but the voice of the Emperor is still the least heard of all. Summoned by the Emperor, to step into his throne room is to step into another world, a polished one of cool and blessed quiet that already feels as alien as it is pleasant. An official welcome. The Emperor sits on his throne, wrapped in robes of violet and wearing an ornate golden mask. He remains motionless, silent. He could be mistaken for a statue, if not for an almost imperceptible nod to grant his seneschal permission to speak in his name. She approaches, arms folded in the red-trimmed yellow robes of a court mandarin. Her expression is carefully blank, the chestnut hair on her face powdered alabaster white and decorated with exquisite detail in red and black. The rings on her fingers mark her as a 10-souled ape, a status even the Admiralty can respect. She bows before you, a complicated ritual display of sweeping sleeves that somehow never breaks eye contact. Finished, she waits for your response. Return the bow. You are, after all, in front of an emperor. A curtsy instead. This is your preferred way to express respect. Remain still. You will not demean yourself before mere monkeys. We'll try this. A flicker of disapproval. Did you do something wrong? It appears so. Be that as it may, there is business to discuss. We failed. The Great Exodus. The exquisite seneschal requests your assistance to supply the Emperor of Han's great work, a zeppelin that will take them to a new home far away from here. Materials for the journey. You point out that the Admiralty has the Emperor of Han's both under embargo and quarantined. The only thing worse to be caught doing here than supplying them would be helping them escape their confinement. Have your people not already caused us enough pain, she demands? We starved, and you would prevent us being fed. We thirst to explore, and you cage us like animals. Why? For what fine purpose? What threat are we to you, who happily dine with devils? She shakes her head, almost with pity. What could you possibly see in us that shames you so? Accept the commission. You will help the apes complete their zeppelin. Refuse the commission. The monkeys must remain here, as the Admiralty decreed. We are a loyal servant of the Empire. The exquisite seneschal is unsurprised. As you wish, my emperor thanks you for your gift and declares you an honored guest of this court for as long as you obey the laws and traditions. You find yourself being led out of the emperor's presence. I would add one thing, says the exquisite seneschal in a quieter voice. If it is your beloved Admiralty's deepest wish that we be gone, the Exodus will grant it, just as much as our freedom. A thing to think about, should it be their wrath that concerns. She bows curtly. I bid you welcome to the Empire of Hands, she says in her normal tone, as 2 servants close the door to the silent gallery in your face. Visit the Zeppelin in Port Stanton if you change your mind about assisting the Pentecost apes. Okay. A visitor, a silent gallery, the Chandler of Souls. A cacophony of Pentecost apes swings across ropes and ceiling beams in a cramped sea of sweat and malice. All are locked in an endless feud for souls and statues, with scarce few having much else to call their own. A visitor in court. Your wanderings bring you to the cramped laboratory of the Imperial Alchemist, wreathed in the smells of honey, wax, and lacquer. The silent gallery. While the Emperor sleeps and feasts, the exquisite seneschal coordinates the Great Exodus. The Chandler of Souls. Your rising statues in court has expired. Assorted parties to inquire about your willingness to meet. Trade with the Wild Wheel Court. Trading? No, it's not trading. However, should you have gifts of a certain nature? Well, let's go here. Experiments in souls. He dips them one at a time in a bowl of lacquer. Neath snow, they fizzle in the frozen sorrow, something beyond a scream cutting the air. No good, mutters the alchemist, discarding what remains. No good at all. He kicks the rest of the crate. Worthless, all worthless. Well, if he has no need for them, you now have 1 crate of human souls. What the hell? Do I want one? Do we have to leave now? I guess we don't have something awaits you in port anymore, but let's check the silent gallery. You are granted permission to enter. The silence is a pleasant slap to the face, sweetly scented in incense. Inside, the exquisite seneschal deals with the many demands and complaints of the court. Okay, so we can do all sorts of stuff related to the Zeppelin here. Okay, we'll leave back to Port Stanton. And then I guess we'll make our way up to Irem eventually. Port Cecil is also there. I guess we can go to the Chalanet, Polythreme, Godfall, Khan's Shadow, and get some fuel. Swing over here to Irem and then maybe make a run straight down here to Palmerston, resupply a little, go to Wither, grab some stuff, and then drop off the Nacre's Outcast at the Salt Lines maybe. If we can actually make that work with our Terror. We have 58, that's not too bad. I think that could be the plan. But for now we have run on for quite a bit again, so I will do that next time. I thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you then, and bye for now.